Namaskar. Super pot very, very early. It is 4:56. Drinking my coffee. I got a Carolina Goswami video to do. Oh, deal with it, internet. It's India, Turkey, tensions are rising. India in trouble, Carolina Goswami. Let's see what she has to say.
India, Turkey, and Malaysia. What is now happening between these countries should be taken very seriously. The latest developments between these nations are bringing dramatic change to the geopolitics of the region. However, one thing is crystal clear. Turkey has decided to choose its side. Ankara's move to side with Islamabad against India has caused a dramatic shift in India's policy. In addition, a newly formed nexus of Pakistan, Turkey, and Malaysia is becoming more and more visible. In a new sensational development, and probably for the first time, India has openly criticized Turkey's recent military action in Syria. It appears that India sent Turkey a message that India does not like Turkish involvement in its own internal affairs. During his trip to the USA for the 74th session of the UN General Assembly, the Prime Minister of India met with the President of Cyprus and the Greek Prime Minister, a move which was probably taken to send Turkey a strong message for its aggressive General Assembly speech that challenged India's sovereignty and national interests. To the President of Cyprus, the Indian Prime Minister stated that he reiterated India's consistent support for the independence, sovereignty, territorial integrity, and unity of the Republic of Cyprus. This statement was significant in nature because in 1974, the East Mediterranean island was split during a Turkish invasion with Ankara occupying the northernmost part. On the other hand, Greece and Turkey have a long history of multiple disputes, and the two countries were close to a military conflict in 1996. Ankara has even threatened to explore hydrocarbons in areas that Greece say is their land. Despite being smaller in size than Turkey, Greece spends a large amount of its budget on defense, ranking 7th in the world at $1,230 per capita. Give it a thought. In 1914, there were 2 million Armenians in the declining Ottoman Empire. By 1922, only fewer than 400,000 were left. The others were killed in what many historians consider a genocide. Many Armenians who escaped the massacre were driven from mountains and deserts in extremely hostile conditions. The Armenians still hold a grudge against the Turkish for the genocide of millions of its nationals, but the Turkish government denies any involvement in the matter and claims that genocide never occurred. After his General Assembly speech, the Indian Prime Minister also met with Nikol Pashinyan, Prime Minister of Armenia. In their UNGA speech, the leaders of Cyprus, Greece, and Armenia heavily criticized Turkey for its illegal drilling activities, gunboat policy, and for being a serious security threat in the region. It is clear that deep-rooted animosity is still present between these countries and Turkey. Whether these tensions will continue is something that we'll have to wait and see. But it seems that for now, the division between these nations will remain deeply rooted, at least for the foreseeable future. See you again.
Well, it's like a axis of evil is forming, isn't it? But this is kind of like third-rate players. You know, when you go to a play, you have the star, and then there's an understudy. And this is like understudy to the understudy. I know Trump is on Turkey right now. He's pulled out of Syria, pulled American troops out of Syria, and Syria now wants to, Turkey wants to advance in and take this land from Syria so they can drill and do these other things. And Trump said, you need to watch yourself, right? Just because we don't have U.S. troops here doesn't mean I can't hurt you. I will destroy your economy. And I think this is an area, again, where I think America and India can kind of team up and address some things here, because this is an axis of evil. Here we have, Malaysia, Pakistan, and Turkey. It's like a big, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, ooh, what are you going to do to us? Ooh, I mean, India, I'm pretty sure India could just take all three of them. Just like They take all three of them. I have no doubt of that whatsoever. And Turkey, man, what are you doing, dude? Turkey must want to get kicked out of NATO, is my guess. Let's kick them out of NATO and deal with them. They're actually in the Book of Revelation as part of Gog and Magog, a Muslim confederation that forms to battle all. And Turkey's one of the nations. So we see Turkey here being provocative and aggressive, but I don't think it short-term will end well for them. In India, I think I should do a video about India's enemies. Who are India's enemies? Because Turkey now has hit the list. I also understand that Turkey is putting sanctions on India and on restricting of trade and goods to kind of punish India for their stand with Islamabad. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'd be worried about Turkey. Would you? I don't know. Or am I just coming from a complete entitled Western point of view that's dismissive? You tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'll catch you guys later. Peace and much love. Good video, Carolina. You did a good job.
घर में घुसते ही बच्चों से रिजल्ट पूछने वाले मेहमानों को होगी 5 साल की जेल। संसद में बिल पेश।